Welcome to Instant Trivia, episode 1895. Ready? Let's go. Which entrepreneur founded the denim brand in the 19th century that became synonymous with blue jeans? Levi Strauss. At what age does a filly become a mare and a colt become an adult horse? 4 years old. Which British television comedy show, known for its surreal humor, features the famous Spam sketch set in a cafe where nearly every menu item contains spam? Monty Python's Flying Circus. Which sportswear brand did Rudolf Dassler found after splitting from his brother, who went on to start a rival company? Puma. Argan oil, chiefly produced in Morocco and used in cooking and cosmetics, is extracted from the nuts of which tree? The nuts of the argan tree. In J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth, what small, peace-loving creature is known for its love of farming and simple rural living? Hobbit. Which George Harrison composition was the first to be released as an A-side on a Beatles single? Something. Which teddy bear mascot of the 1980 Moscow Olympics became the first teddy bear to fly in space? Answer: Misha, also known as Mishka. In 1964, Julius Nyerere became the first president of which African country? Tanzania. Which Greek mythological female monster had the head of a lion, the body of a goat, and the tail of a serpent or dragon? Chimera. What term describes a chemical reaction that releases heat? Exothermic. In which French city did the bayonet originate? Bayonne. What is the name of France's National Film Awards, the equivalent of the British BAFTAs? The César Awards. Which actor served as the bassist for the band Dogstar? Keanu Reeves. Which TV show featured a nun who could fly because of her unique headwear and was set in a convent in Puerto Rico? The Flying Nun. In which month of 2007 did Tony Blair step down as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? June. Which London bridge provided the view that inspired Wordsworth's line, "Earth has not anything to show more fair"? Westminster Bridge. On which TV show did the character Frasier Crane first appear? Cheers. Which French singer, known for her poignant ballads, was often referred to as the Little Sparrow? Edith Piaf. What law is commonly summarized by the phrase, "If something can go wrong, it will"? Murphy's Law. Which aromatic leaf, commonly used to flavor soups and stews and prized since ancient times, was associated with victory in ancient Greek culture? Bay laurel, bay leaf. In which war did the military action popularly known as the Charge of the Light Brigade take place? Crimean War. Which 1995 film was the first feature-length movie to be entirely computer animated? Toy Story. What is the fear of bright or glaring lights called? Photophobia. Which feline was considered a symbol of freedom in ancient Rome? The cat. Which planet has a day that is longer than its year? Venus. Which former NFL coach and broadcaster is known for his iconic commentary style and has a popular video game series named after him? John Madden. What kind of animal is a flying fox? Fruit bat. Which UK country is home to Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in the British Isles? Scotland. The command module and lunar module of Apollo 10 were named after characters from which comic strip that ran for nearly 18,000 strips? Peanuts. Which country has the largest Muslim population in the world? Indonesia. Which legendary island, said to be a highly advanced civilization that vanished beneath the sea, has fascinated historians and adventurers for centuries? Atlantis. On which continent is the region known as Queen Maud Land located? Antarctica. In which parts of the body are the phalanges found? Hands and feet, the bones of the fingers and toes. In which Caribbean country was musician and philanthropist Wyclef Jean born? Haiti. In October 1986, where did President Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev meet for the Reykjavik summit, during which they debated Reagan's Star Wars program? Iceland. Cream soda, the carbonated soft drink commonly known in the United States, is flavored with pods from plants of which genus? Vanilla. Zug is the smallest canton. In which country is it located? Answer: Switzerland. Complete the Bible verse. For the wages of sin is what follows? Death. Who does a misogynist hate? Women. Which cheese is named after a village in Somerset, England, known for its dairy farming? Cheddar. Which country, nicknamed the Pearl of the Antilles, is famous for its old Havana, La Habana Vieja architecture and vibrant cultural heritage? Cuba. What legal process allows a party to ask a higher court to review a lower court's decision? What is the name of the iconic white marble mausoleum in Agra, India, built by a Mughal emperor in memory of his wife? Taj Mahal. Which guitarist, best known for his work with the Faces, joined the Rolling Stones in 1975? Ronnie Wood. Which author who lived in Missouri is best known for her series of children's books about pioneer life in the American Midwest? Laura Ingalls Wilder. Which poet's name was given to an annual award established in 2009 that is presented to a living UK poet for new work in poetry? Ted Hughes. Which founding father, a principal author of the Declaration of Independence, shares his surname with George Jefferson from the sitcom The Jeffersons, which featured Isabel Sanford? Thomas Jefferson. Which actress portrayed bank robber Bonnie Parker in the 1967 film Bonnie and Clyde? Faye Dunaway. Which actor co-starred opposite Julie Andrews in the 1964 film Mary Poppins? Dick Van Dyke. That's the end of the show. Thanks for playing.